dear learners. Welcome back to LM English Podcast. I am Manal. Today, we are going to learn how to order food at a restaurant. From the moment you arrive to the time you pay the bill and leave the restaurant. I've structured this lesson in a way that will help these phrases, sentences, and words useful to use at the restaurant stick in your memory naturally. In this lesson, I will speak slowly and clearly so that even if you are at the beginner stage, you can understand what I am saying. I will also use simple words to make it easy for you to follow. You can speak along with me. Follow the text on the screen and repeat after me. In this way, you will practice two things. First, you will practice English speaking. And second, you will learn how to order food at the restaurant. First, we'll listen to the full conversation. After that, I'll explain everything for you step by step. And before we start, take a moment to like this video if you find the lesson helpful, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share it too, and please leave a comment. I always love hearing your feedback, suggestions, or anything you'd like to share. Now, let's begin with the first stage. You have just arrived at the restaurant. Let's listen to this conversation. Good morning. Welcome. I would like a table for two, please. Certainly. Please follow me. I'll take you to your table. Here is your table. Would you like to sit by the window? By the window, please. Of course. Here are your menus. I'll be back in a few minutes to take your order. Thank you very much. Do you have a reservation? Yes, we do. My name is Manal. Let me check. Yes, your table is ready. Please follow me. Here is your table. Okay, so now let's learn the key phrases, words, and sentences from this situation when we arrive at the restaurant. In this situation, server is the modern word we use for the person who brings food and takes care of you at the restaurant. It's polite and it's gender neutral. It works for everyone. In the past, people used to say waiter for a man and waitress for a woman. But today, these words are less common. They are mostly used in formal situations or in old-fashioned ways. Server is more common now, and it's simple to use. Now, here are two common situations when you enter a restaurant. First, let's talk about the situation when you already have a reservation. By the way, reservation means you have booked your table before coming to the restaurant. You can do this by phone, online, or in person before your visit. If you have a reservation, you can say to the server, "Hello, we have a reservation." If you are alone, you can say, "Hello, I have a reservation." Then you need to tell your name. For example, my name is Manal. After that, you may ask, "Is my table ready?" Table means the place where you sit and eat. The server may say, "Yes, your table is ready. Please follow me." Please follow me means come with me. I will show you your table. Now, let's look at the second situation. When you don't have a reservation, in this case, you can simply say, "Hello, a table for two, please." Here, you just change the number based on how many people are with you. A table for one, please. A table for three, please. Always remember to add "please" at the end. It makes your sentence polite. If a table is available, the server will say, "Please follow me." But if there is no table available, the server may say, "Please wait for a moment," or "It will take a few minutes, please wait." Then the server will take you to your table when it's ready. Now, let's move on to the next stage, where the server will give you the menu and you will decide what to order. Let's listen to the next part of the conversation. There are so many dishes on the menu. Everything looks good. Yes, it does. I think I'll start with an appetizer. The tomato soup sounds nice. That's a good idea. I'm thinking about the salad for my starter. What about the main course? I can't decide yet. Maybe I'll ask the server. I wonder what today's special is. Good evening. Are you ready to order? Hello. Could we have a little more time, please? Of course. Take your time. I'll come back in a few minutes. Maybe we should ask for a recommendation. Everything looks good. Yes, good idea. I'll ask the server when they come back. Are you ready now? Yes, we are. What is today's special? Today's special is grilled salmon with lemon butter sauce. That sounds delicious. I'll have that as my main dish, please. And for the starter, I'll take the tomato soup. I would like the garden salad for my appetizer and the pasta for my main course, please. Certainly. Would you like anything to drink? Yes. I'll have a glass of water, please. I'll have a nice tea, please. Great. I'll bring your drinks and starters shortly. Enjoy your meal. Thank you. Okay, now let's learn some important phrases, words, and sentences from this part of the conversation. When we look at the menu and decide what to order, first, when you sit at the table, the server usually gives you the menu. The menu is a list of all the foods and drinks you can order at the restaurant. In the conversation, the husband and wife look at the menu and talk about what they want to eat. They use words like starter or appetizer. This means the first small dish before the main meal, main course, or main dish. This means the big main part of the meal. In the conversation, they also use some polite and useful phrases. When you are not ready to order yet, you can say, I need a little more time, please. This is a polite way to ask for more time to decide. When you want to know the special dish of the day, you can ask, what is today's special? This means you are asking about the dish the restaurant recommends for that day. If you want suggestions, you can ask the server What do you recommend? This means you are asking for advice about what to order. These are very common phrases and they are polite and easy to use. Now, let's move on to the next part of the conversation, where you are already enjoying your meal. And during the meal, you might need something extra, like more water, extra napkins. Let's listen to this part of the conversation. How is everything so far? Everything is great. Thank you. Excuse me, can I get another fork, please? I dropped mine. Of course, I'll bring one right away. Here you go. Would you like anything else? Yes. Could I also have an extra napkin, please? Certainly. Here's an extra napkin. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Anything else? Yes. Can I have some more water, please? Of course. I'll fill your glass. Anything else I can get for you? Could I have some ketchup, please? Sure. Here's the ketchup. Thank you. Okay, now let's learn the key words, sentences, and phrases from this situation. When you are eating at the restaurant, but you need something extra. In English, we often ask for extra items politely during the meal. First, let's look at some important words from this conversation. Fork, knife, spoon. These are the tools you use to eat your food. If you drop your fork, you can politely ask for another one. Napkin. This is the small cloth or paper you use to clean your hands or mouth while eating. Sauce, ketchup, salt, pepper. These are common condiments or items you might add to your food. Water, a basic drink you ask for during the meal. Now, let's learn some polite phrases from this conversation. When the server comes to check on you, they often ask, how is everything so far? A polite, common way to answer is everything is great? Thank you. This is a friendly way to say you are happy with the food. Sometimes you need extra items during your meal. In this conversation, the customer dropped his fork and politely asked, "Excuse me, can I get another fork, please?" Excuse me is a polite way to get someone's attention. You can use the same sentence with other words too. Excuse me, can I get another napkin, please? Excuse me, can I get another spoon, please? The customer also asked, could I also have an extra napkin, please? Napkin is useful if you need to clean your hands or mouth. If you need more water, bread, or anything else, you can say, can we have some more water, please? You can also ask, can I have some more bread, please? Could we get some more sauce, please? These are polite and common ways to ask during your meal. If you don't need anything else, you can say politely, no, thank you, I'm fine. Or, no, thank you, that's all for now. Now, let's move on to the next stage. Asking for the bill. Check, paying, and saying goodbye. Okay, let's learn the keywords, phrases, and sentences for the final stage at the restaurant. Asking for the bill, paying, and leaving politely. These are very useful sentences that you can use at any restaurant. When you finish your meal, you need to ask for the bill, or in some countries it's called the check. These two words mean the same thing. The paper that shows how much you need to pay. In British English, people usually say the bill. Example, could I have the bill, please? In American English, people often say the check. Example, can I get the check, please? In Canadian English, both bill and check are used, but bill is more common. In Australian English, people usually say the bill, just like the UK. So, depending on the country, both bill and check are correct. But could I have the bill, please? Is polite and safe to use everywhere. After you receive the bill, you can choose how to pay. If you are paying with cash, you can simply hand the money to the server. You can say, I'd like to pay by card, please. The server will bring the card machine to your table. After paying, it's polite to say goodbye. The server may say, have a great day, or thank you for visiting. You can simply reply, thank you, goodbye, or thank you, you too. These polite phrases leave a good impression and are easy to use. You've now learned all the important phrases for ordering food at a restaurant, from entering the restaurant to ordering food, making requests during the meal, and finally paying and saying goodbye. You can now feel confident and polite when visiting a restaurant. Keep practicing these phrases until they feel easy and natural to you. If you found this lesson helpful, please don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel grow. And leave a comment below. Your messages truly motivate me to keep creating more for you. Also subscribe if you haven't already. And share this lesson with someone who's learning English too. Stay connected with the channel for more useful episodes like this one. I'll be back very soon with a new lesson. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, take care of yourself. Bye bye.